Let's talk about it. Real truth and power. Health. Wealth. Knowledge of self. Uplifting the community. Let's talk about it. Real truth and power. Health. Wealth. Knowledge of self. Uplifting the community. Let's talk about it. Real truth and power.
They wiped the archives, said I was divisive, said I was too loud. I've got one shot to bring real truth and power back, or the community loses its voice. It started as a podcast, just the mic, just truth. Then came the guests, doctors, entrepreneurs, revolutionaries. We laughed, we argued, we built something sacred. But the deeper we went, the more resistance hit. Algorithms buried us. Platforms ghosted us. Not because we lied, but because we told the truth. I was ready to walk away. Then, after practice, one of my players, 16 years old, pulls me aside. Dead serious, he goes,
"Coach, that podcast, that was the first time I heard someone actually speaking to us."
Then he smirks.
"Also, you kind of went viral in my group chat. Don't let it die."
That was it. I rebuilt the studio from scratch. Mic back on, files restored, and this time, I hit record like it's war. Real truth and power is back. Raw, necessary, unstoppable. New shows drop soon. Subscribe now. Share this. And revisit the episodes they didn't.
You are now tuned in to Real Truth and Power, the show that uplifts the community with health, wealth, and knowledge of self. Here's your host, Everett Winchester.
Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. Welcome to the Real Truth and Power podcast, where we provide health, wealth, and knowledge of self. Wasn't doing a lot of posting this week. Had an injury to my elbow. It just kind of messed everything up. But we're healing. And wanted to make sure that we keep giving the information as much as possible. So I thank you guys for tuning in. So again, welcome to Real Truth and Power, where we provide health, wealth, and knowledge of self. I'm your host, Everett Winchester. Tonight, we're discussing something that affects nearly every one of us every single day. So before you answer, I want you to think about this. When you wake up in the morning, what's one of the first things you reach for? For many people, it's not a newspaper. It's definitely not a book. It's not a conversation with the family. It's our phones, right? So within minutes, we're on YouTube, which is social media. Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, TikTok, watching podcasts, and countless other platforms. Those spaces influence what we see. They influence what we talk about, what we share, and often what we believe. And that raised an important question as I was thinking this week. Has social media become the most powerful influence on the Black community? Has it helped us learn, connect, organize, and amplify important voices? Let me say that again because that's really important. Has it helped us learn, connect, organize, amplify important voices? Or has it increased division, misinformation, distraction, which a lot of people think social media is a distraction, and conflict? And that's something I was thinking about this week. I had a lot of, things I was thinking about with social media. What impact is it having on our youth? The generation growing up with the phone in their hand from an early age. So tonight it's not about attacking social media, and it's not about defending social media. It's about having an honest conversation. We're going to hear different viewpoints, challenge ideas respectfully, and hopefully with a better understanding of who we are and where we need to go. So before we get into it, if you are here, drop a comment in the chat. Do you think social media is positive, negative? Before we debate on that, let's define what social media is. So what is social media? I think it's another form of propaganda, honestly. I think it's another form of propaganda. I think that we take it lightly. Back in the day, I used to deliver the newspaper. It's called the News American in Baltimore City. I used to have a newspaper route. And so the newspaper back in the day was a form of propaganda. But now we have our phones. More people get news from Facebook and YouTube than actually the television. And so propaganda is powerful when it comes to social media. So we want to have these discussions. Can it be a tool, both beneficial, and can it be harmful? How do we use this powerful mechanism? So how is think about this. Has social media helped Black businesses? I believe it has. Has it exposed injustice? I believe it has. Now, has it made it easier to educate people? That's going to be a question we have to determine. That's going to be very interesting. Has it helped people reconnect globally? I believe so. And has it given ordinary people a voice? So these are some things that we have to really think about that social media is really doing positive. So during the show, we're going to ask people, give me something positive that you feel social media has done for the Black community. So now let's look at the other side. And this is probably the negative things we can say about social media. There's outrage spread faster than the truth. Young people learning from influencers more than their parents, more than community leaders. The social media reward controversy. And that's something we have to look at. I'm going to say that again. The social media reward controversy. Has it increased division? Now, this I'm really serious about. It has increased division. And we have to really, really look into that. It has increased division between Black people in our community. And so we'll talk about that a little bit. Do people spend more time posting than organizing? And that's something we have to talk about as well. Something also we have to talk about when it comes to social media is our elders. Are our elders doing enough online? That's something that we want to talk about. Should experienced leaders be on YouTube? Should churches live stream more? Should organizations create more content? If young people are online, should our leaders meet them there? And what influences the youth today? Is it parents, teachers? I always say it's youth coaches. I coach football and basketball, basically. Is it their friends or is it TikTok, YouTube, Instagram? You can give me one thing that the Black community should do when it comes to social media. So if you're just tuning in, again, welcome to the Real Truth and Power podcast. I'm the host, Everett Winchester, and this is where we provide health, wealth, and knowledge of self to the Black community. While you're on here, before we get the show started, and I see my good brother Elijah in here, I need you to do me this favor because we want to just build real conversations. So I need you guys to do me this favor. Share the show. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you at, hit that share button. Let's get this information out. And of course, this is my favorite thing, and it's always something that I need y'all to know. It's free. Do me this favor.
Smash it now!
Hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. It was streaming on TikTok. No, we're not on TikTok tonight. I got to figure out. I think that was messing my camera up. I'll figure that out. We'll get back to TikTok, but we're on Instagram, Facebook. We're on UNIA Rock Media YouTube channel. And we're also on Real Truth and Power YouTube channel. And we're on Twitter X. So please hit that like button. And more importantly, if you're on our YouTube, do me one favor. Hit that subscribe button. So what I'm going to do, because we really want people to be a part of this, social media is definitely powerful. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you guys to join the conversation. I already got one brother Elijah. So I'm putting the link in the chat. Feel free to copy that link. Come on and let's talk about it. How is social media affecting us? Before I go bringing Elijah, just going to go over a couple of comments real quick. Peace and blessings, Brother Corey. I still got to link up with you on your business. But don't forget, feel free to jump in on this comment as well. Peace and blessings. Done. Thank you for hitting that share and that like button. Peace and power, prayers, race first. That's our lady president of the UNIA. Shout out to her. Shout out, Lady Prez. Feel free to jump on if you're not doing nothing. Brother Asta Bryan, the third assistant president general of the UNIA. Social media, I saw you comment, brother Oz. Jump on in, Brother Asta. I put the link in the comments. Melasearch, yes, Brother Corey. Jump on in and you can sum up Melasearch again, and I definitely want to get you with a higher ups in the UNIA to see how we can work with you on that. I didn't have time to mention it. We're getting ready for the convention, but we're definitely grinding. So again, I put the link in the chat. If you're on TikTok, you have to open up the whole thing. So before I bring on my first guest, you know we got to pay the bill. So let's get to that real quick, and then we'll start the show.
History doesn't remember those who stood on the sidelines. History remembers those who organized. More than 100 years ago, Marcus Garvey inspired millions to believe that a people could rise through unity, organization, and self-determination. Today, that legacy returns to Baltimore. Now for 6 unforgettable days. History, culture, education, and purpose come together. This is more than a convention. It is the continuation of a movement. Join President General Michael Duncan and Garveyites from around the world at the 68th UNIA-ACL International Convention, August 18th through August 23rd, Baltimore, Maryland. One God, one aim, one destiny.
Baltimore don't sleep, we move. Hands in the dirt, feet on the block, food in the streets, knowledge to the youth. This ain't charity, this is power. The Universal Negro Improvement Association running the community like infrastructure. No permission, no waiting. Black self-reliance in real time. Legacy heavy, boots planted, all in the name of Marcus Garvey. UNIA Baltimore Division 106, Barker Clark. We working. All right, family, for those that don't know, we shared a couple of commercials. Johnny Jackson, jump on as well. And I want you to plug your business and talk about this as well. So, Johnny, when you get time, jump on. Johnny Jackson we're about to start filming, finishing up our documentary. It's going to be a small documentary that we'll be showing right before the Faka Rock documentary. For those that don't know, we have a Black-owned grocery store, and we'll be premiering all of these things at Pike's Movie Theater, August the 19th. So please support your Black-owned businesses. And I'm going to bring on my first guest, and then I'm going to bring you in, Brother Asta. Let's go here. Peace and blessings, Brother Elijah. Please introduce yourself to the family and let them know who you are.
All right, peace and blessings, everyone. Brother Everett, good to see you. My name is Elijah Lewis. I'm an author, motivational speaker, fellow engineer. Been following the UNIA for quite a minute. In fact, I met Brother Everett at the UNIA Gala last year. My father, Russell Lewis, and I, we were at that event. We also met at the Womanhood and Motherhood celebration back in May. I was with my mother. And also we're at the Fatherhood Manhood celebration hosted by Baba Charlie Duggar. So, been knowing you for quite some time, Brother Everett, and happy to see all the brothers and sisters on tonight's show.
Yes, now, thank you, Elijah. And I want to talk to you a little bit because hopefully it's cool to ask you, what's your age?
I'll be 30 in November.
So you're a little younger than me. I'm 53, for those that don't know. And so you have a different perspective because you kind of grew up in social media. Talk about social media real quick, about some of the positive things that you think maybe my generation doesn't understand.
Well, I think there are some good positive things with social media. I think that the absolute or the number one aspect is that it allows us to connect in a place where if people are in different locations, we have access to connect with people no matter how far they are, no matter how close they are. And the idea of social media, when you think about it, at first should have been that goal, would be to connect with people as much as you can. So that is one positive aspect. I think if you use social media correctly, it can give anybody a voice to influence change or make things better in our community. Now, the key word is if you use it correctly, because some people will get on social media and claim they're trying to change things, but a lot of times it's about their ego and things like that. So I think some of the benefits is that you can connect with a lot of people within our community. You can reach a lot of people. And if you are coming with a positive and a genuine message that you want to affect change in our community, then you can reach the masses with that. So I think those are the top two positive aspects that we have currently with social media. Because prior to social media, you had to go in person to connect with people. You had to go place to place to place to share your message or your ideas within the community. Versus now, you can get behind a computer screen or even your phone, and now you can reach the masses that way. So it's kind of given us a new idea of how we can reach people moving forward.
Yes, that was an interesting point. I think I'm on social media a lot, but I still kind of don't understand it. And sometimes I feel like it can be a little harmful. Like I had a couple of posts that went viral, and it was just like a whole bunch of racists and a whole bunch of people just getting all on me. I had to take a little pause. And so I can understand the importance of it because we want to get out this powerful information out to our youth. We want to talk about like especially this channel is a UNIA channel. We want to talk about the UNIA and Marcus Garvey and educating things of that nature. But I also see fights, um, awful music, you know, fornication, things of that nature. Talk about some of those things that social media has been a detriment, especially to our youth.
Well, to your point, I think social media is probably the number one influence for our young people because nowadays, they tend to gravitate to what's the trendy new thing. And the places where our youth find the next new trend generally is social media. The problem with that is most of the trends that we're seeing are not positive. So the reason what makes social media so harmful is that, and I think the powers that be know what they're doing with this. They know how to continue to promote the negative imagery to make us as a people think that's normal and that's all we know. And I think
Yes.
that's why it's so surprising when we try to come with positive things on social media. It's almost like some people are just so shocked that's even out there. And that's why sometimes you may not get the reaction that you are looking for because let's face it, social media is highly addictive, and our people are gotten so addicted to the negativity that, for unfortunately for some of our people, they can't even grasp there's a concept or an idea of that. Hey, I can use this for good and not evil.
Right.
And to that point, not only is it the negativity we got to talk about, but like for example, the division, between our people. For example, I know we talk about a lot between the whole thing with ADOS and FBA, but
Mm-hmm.
look at how many people who are in those groups are now using social media to further the division between you know our brothers and sisters in America versus on the continent, or even with the whole gender war. How we're seeing how social media people who are, let's be real, have had a lot of trauma in relationships and probably are not fit to give relationship advice are now furthering the division between black men and black women, saying black men are no good, black women are no good. So for a lot of people, the thing is for me is that for people who have been so traumatized and so addicted to the negativity, a lot of us don't realize the potential that social media could have if we used it correctly. And
Right.
because we don't realize that, we've been brainwashed and programmed to only go to the negativity. And that's kind of a big issue that we're dealing with.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. We did a show on FBA and all of that, and somebody was in the comments like pretty much like that's what we're doing. We're using it to recruit, and I was really upset about it because not only are you using it to recruit, your recruiting methods are to divide us. Like you want to,
Yes.
you talked about hating Africans and things of that nature, and it's really picking up. I didn't realize how popular it was getting the FBA, the ADOS, and now there's something called Black Americans, and they hate everybody, And so that's something that we really have to be mindful about. I do know that social media helps as far as businesses and things of that nature. Talk about you personally, and first talk about your book that you have, and talk about how you what that's about, and then go into about how you've been using social media to help promote you.
Okay. So to Brother Everett's point, for those who don't know, like I said earlier, I am an author. I am the author of the book, Your Jewels Are in Your Journey, Life Lessons Lead to Your Optimal Self. It's a book I wrote trying to give readers the tools how to be their optimal self as we go about our journey. And the important thing is to know that life lessons come in, jewels come in the form of life lessons, but it's the people that you connect with that inspire you to be your optimal self. And the point is that you get to the point you realize that you yourself are a jewel. Because if you don't know who you are, it's hard to know where you're going. And even though we go through the various challenges in life, when we have the right community behind us and the right life lessons, we can find ourselves and inspire other people to do the same. And real quick, what inspired me to write the book is I tell people a lot. I know what it's like to be lost on my journey. I graduated high school with only a 2.58 GPA. Spent 10 years as a former Hebrew Israelite. So trust me, I know all about the division. I'm not saying we're Africans and all that. Trust me, brothers and sisters, please forgive me for my ignorance. I was there at one point, but as they say, I was lost, but now I've been found. So praise the Most High and the ancestors for that. But yeah, that's the reason why I wrote the book, to try to tell people it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And to your next point with using social media for businesses, yeah, I definitely use my social media for my business, for my book and my events, because like I said earlier, with social media, you can reach a lot more people than you can without it. So, my message, like I said, is all about positivity. So, the only way I'm going to be able to reach a lot of people is I have to go where people are, and people are on social media. And especially for our young people, that's what they like to use. And I'm still young myself, or young-ish, as I like to say, because I'm about to go in my 30s. But, definitely, if you have a business, especially if it's Black owned, I think you need to use social media. It's like you need to have a website and a phone number. You need to let people know that you are out here, what your purpose is, what your mission is, because if people don't know about it, how can they support you? So It's very important that if you have a business, especially, in our community, we're trying to support each other the best we can. You have to go where people are. So, if you have a business and you're not on social media, my suggestion would be definitely get on social media so people can know about your business. Because like I said, people always say, if you build it, they will come. Well, if you don't promote it or you don't show it, no one's going to come. So, you have to definitely use the tools that are out there. And that is one of the advantages of social media, like I talked about earlier, is that you can reach more people than you can without it. So, whenever I have an event or whenever I'm doing something with my book, hey, I try to use social media the best I can so people are aware of it. And if you have enough supporters behind you in the community, they'll share it, support it, or, hey, congrats, brother, good job. So, definitely that's another benefit too, is that hopefully you have supporters who will also share your work as well, so that other people can learn about you or what you do for a living as well.
Wow. Johnny Jackson, BVV1103 says social media should be used as a tool. It can be as a constructive tool in a productive way. He says to be effective in using social media for the community in a positive way, one may have to learn ways to create presentation to reach members of our community. Yes. And I think you said something he agrees with, Brother Elijah. Pan-African First says social media and AI prompts are excellent tools for developing and refining new ideas. I definitely agree there. And Brother Ori says, peace, Brother Everett. Deepest, most sincerest condolences to young Nolan X. Yes, peace to that brother. We want to try to talk to him before we go. Before I let you go, Elijah, hold on real quick. I'm going to bring on somebody real quick. Brother Asa, are you there? Let me unmute you real quick. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you just fine.
All right, do you hear this noise, Brother Asa? I hear a little something in the background.
Is that for me? Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's you. Might be you got your phone on or something.
Do you hear anything now? Is that better?
That is better. Do you hear this noise, Brother Asta?
I don't hear a noise, no. Yes.
You hear that,
Sound
Elijah?
Yes, I hear it.
So you know what that means?
No.
No, I don't either.
Y'all are going to be up for the game show. You are going to be up for the game show. Don't worry, it'll be quick, Brother Asta. It'll be quick.
All right.
And let me edit you real quick, Brother Asta, to get you looking good for the people. All right, I think that got you good like there. All right, family. We're giving snippets because I'm going out of town soon. So this is going to be, when I go out of town, this is going to be the show that we're going to be pushing is going to be our game show. So I want everybody to get another snippet of this game show. It's going to be fun. We got a good two smart brothers on here, so I'm definitely excited about this.
Got maybe one.
So I won't be long. We won't be long. So let's go over the first question. Hold on real quick. Do y'all see that on the screen?
How will we respond?
You do see it? So I'll give you the answer. I said, in fact, you'll be up first. Which African country defeated Italy at the Battle of Ottawa in 1986? You have three answers. Liberia, Ethiopia, or Sudan. After the crowd noise, Brother Oster.
I'm going to say B. But 1986? But I'm going to say B.
Yeah, that's probably a typo. You remember what year that was?
Exactly. No, I ain't bugging.
And it is correct. You are correct. It is Ethiopia. You are correct. It is Ethiopia. Yeah. I didn't catch that. Bear with me. Work with me. All right, Elijah, you are up. And let me do this. Let me do this real quick, Elijah. Hold on. Make sure I don't want them thinking you the champ. Sir Ket is the champ. All right. And Brother Oster. I'm going to edit you out as well. And you are up 1-0. Don't disappoint me, Elijah. Don't disappoint me. All right, you ready, Elijah?
Yes,
you ready?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Who became the first president of independent Ghana? Number 1, Kwame Nkrumah is A. B. Patrice Lumumba, and C. Jomo Kenyatta. After the crowd noise. All right, Elijah, who you got?
I'm gonna trust my intuition on this one. I just have a feeling it's gotta be Kwame Nkrumah. It just seems like that would be it. I don't know if I would go with Patrice. I know it's not. To me, I don't think it's C. I don't think it's Patrice Lumumba, so I'm going with Kwame Nkrumah. That's my answer.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Kwame Nkrumah. So good job. Excellent. All right, so now let's do this. Let's tie the game is tied. Oster's taking this very seriously. He done fixed this camera and everything. So it's definitely on and popping now. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? You up, Brother Oster? The country to the Great Pyramids of Giza. A. Sudan. B. Mali. C. Egypt. Yeah. Brother Oster, after the drum roll. You going with C?
C.
We got one tonight. Let me fix the score. Did I mention the first assistant PG has called you out on this game, Brother Oster? But I don't got nothing to do with that. You know that. Keep that up, New York. So it's 2-1. All right, brother Elijah, you are up next.
All right.
Which country was the first black republic of the world? Uh-oh, this is going to be a tough one. Which country is the first black republic of the world? After the drum roll. A, Liberia. B, Jamaica. C, Haiti. Oh, this is a good one.
It is a good one, and I have a feeling the reason why I feel like I'm gonna go with Haiti is because Haiti got their independence in 1804, and I don't think Jamaica or Liberia were the first black republic in my opinion, and that's only because Haiti got their independence in 1804. So that's why I'm going with Haiti.
All right, let's see. Haiti is correct. Congratulations. Oh, it's going and popping. It's on and popping. Let me tie the score up real quick. You ready? You up, brother Asta? Uh-oh. What Caribbean island was the birthplace of Kwame Ture? One of them is definitely wrong. A is Trinidad. B is Barbados. And C is Trinidad. You sure about that, brother Austin?
Yes.
All right. Trinidad. Yeah, we got to go back. That's why I got to do the previews before we go live. So let me. We got to do the previews before we go live. You know, when we go live and do a full show, I gotta iron these out. We gotta iron these out and practice real quick. Couple more, and then I'm gonna let you go, brother Elijah, and then I got brother Asta up. The next question: who led the Haitian Revolution? Uh-oh. A, Alexander Petition. Forgive me for my translations. B, Toussaint. And C, Henry Christophe. After the drum roll, Elijah. This is a tough one.
No, well, not for me. It's easy. It's obvious. It's B. It's Toussaint Louverture.
Oh, we got a good one. Uh-oh. Brother Raymond would have liked that one. All right.
No, he wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, you got a good point there.
The proper answer should be Jean-Jacques Dessalines.
But we'll get to that later.
Louverture was not seeking independence.
Run that back again,
Colony
Oscar.
status.
Run that again. Say that again because we want to educate with these questions.
So, yeah, Toussaint Louverture was not seeking an independent IET. He was seeking to be a respected colony.
Yes.
So we recognize Jean-Jacques Dessalines as the father of Haitian independence.
Very good. That's why we got to educate while we get these questions. And you're up now, right, brother Oscar?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Which African empire was ruled by Mansa Musa? Mali Empire, Ghana Empire, Benin Empire, Songhai Empire. I hope I said that correct.
Songhai, and it's A.
It's A. You sure about that, brother Austin?
Yes, sir.
All right, so it's A. We almost done with you. Asta, you are up by one. And Elijah, you're up now, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I don't think I got too many more questions. Okay, this is a good one. Who was the first black justice of the Supreme Court? Clarence Thomas? My guy. Thurgood Marshall, Charles Hamilton Houston, and no, this my guy, Adam Clayton Powell. Who you got, Elijah? After the drum roll, let me give you a drum roll. You may want to think on this. I don't know how they teaching you young guys.
Okay, well, obviously we can throw out A, that's not the answer, obviously. So throw out Clarence Thomas.
So why y'all doing my man Clarence Thomas wrong? Go ahead. I'm messing with you.
Well, he's been doing us wrong too. So we got to keep that same energy when it comes to sellouts. So,
That's right. That's right.
We got to call a spade here. But anyway, I don't think I would put Adam Clayton Powell. So it's going to be between B and D. But I feel like this is a trick question because I do want to say Thurgood Marshall, but I feel like it probably is Charles Hamilton Houston. I think I'm gonna go with C. Part of me wants to go with Thurgood, but I don't know why I feel like this is a trick question. A lot of people would get tricked on this, so I think I'm gonna go with Charles Hamilton Houston.
You sure about that? All right. Thurgood Marshall. Now let's do some education. He's from Baltimore, Elijah. He's from Baltimore, Elijah. Douglas High School. I actually met him at Douglas High School. I don't know why I got invited to that event. But, all right. So, Asa, you're still up? I think this might be the last one. Who founded Black History Week, which later became Black History Month? W.E. Du Bois, or should I say Du Bois? Booker T. Washington, Carter G. Woodson, or shout out to our Atlanta division, Dr. Julius Nyett. Let me give you a drum roll, brother Asa, because you're scaring me. You saying C?
Yeah.
Carter G. Woodson. Good job, brother Asta. You are actually up 2, and that might be it, but let's see. I actually changed templates on here, so this thing is really tripping. We got 5-3. Let's see how many we got left. We got another one. You up, Elijah? You might be able to make a comeback. Which African queen resisted Roman expansion? Queen Nzinga, B, Cleopatra, C, Queen Latifah, I think I spelled that wrong, and D, Queen Amerinus. Did I say that properly? Amerinus. I'm going to give you a drum roll, give you some time to think. Here you go.
I'm gonna go with Queen Nzinga.
Queen Nzinga.
Yes.
Queen Amerinus. Oh, wow. So, all right. Is that the last one? And that is the last one. You guys did a phenomenal job helping me iron out these templates. So before I get to you, brother Asa, Elijah, anything you want to say to close out? And I appreciate you as always.
Oh, well, I appreciate you, brother, and thank you for the opportunity. And again, if you want to check out, me and my book, you can go to my website, which is www.elijahlewis.org, and you can also follow me, ironically, on social media at Melanin King Eli on Instagram, Elijah Lewis on LinkedIn, and I also have a Facebook page, Your Jewels Are in Your Journey. So again, Brother Everett, thank you for the opportunity to come on. Appreciate the game show as well. Wasn't expecting that, but
I
definitely
throw you in the fire. You did well. I threw you in the fire. You did well.
I'm kind of kicking myself on the Thurgood Marshall question. I'm just like I don't know why. I'm like, because I heard you say this is a tricky one. I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna trick me on this one, but yeah, I give. What was your name again, brother? I'm sorry.
Oster.
But Brother Oster, I give him credit. He definitely was the champ tonight. So congrats on the game, brother. And again, everyone take care and look forward to connecting with you again soon, Brother Everett. Take care.
And hold on real quick, Elijah. You're going to meet Brother Oster at convention. And so you'll be able to show him your book. And I know you set up at a couple of spots to vend. So it'll be great for you to see him as well.
Yes, sir. Look forward to meeting my brother and everyone at the convention. I got my ticket, so yeah, look forward to seeing everybody next month.
I appreciate you, Brother Elijah. Again, what's the name of your book? One more time.
One more time, it is Your Jewels Are in Your Journey. You can go to www.elijahlewis.org to get your copy. I'll put it in the chat so everyone can see it. And feel free to reach out and love to connect with you.
I appreciate you, my man.
Yes, sir. Take care, brother.
All righty. That was Brother Elijah. Let me hold on real quick, Brother Awesome. Just get caught up on the chat. You doing the game shows now? Yes, brother Keith. I'm doing the game shows. Bring your punk butt on. You can get some of this. Brother David, greetings, Brother David. Jump on. I sent you the link. Jump on so you can talk about your paper, and you got an event coming up at Pike's Theater. Please jump on. This is the second vice, Fire from Baltimore. Blessings, Prez, the Battle Adwa, 1896. Rastafari, keep doing the work. Race first and everything, and tell bro Asa to send them scores. And yes, Jack Dessalines, yes. Pan-African First said B. I don't know why that's so big. And check something. They saying they hear something in the background on you, Brother Asa. Is your phone on? Is your phone on?
No. Yeah, my phone. I mean, yeah, but I got nothing in the background.
I don't
Should be
know
nothing in my background.
Dr. Dawes said peace and black power. What up, Dr. Dawes? Pan-African First said, and Nkrumah gets going over that. Kwame Nkrumah. And I think we caught up. This could be an easy night. So first, peace and blessings, Brother Asa. Please introduce yourself to the people. They don't know who you are. You are a star in the UNIA. I don't care what Brother John and all of them say about you. I'm just poking my man, Brother John. But please introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, so my name is Austin Bryan. I'm president of the Queens Division, Division 432 here in New York, and also the third assistant president general, and as well as the minister of education. So, Glenn, thanks for having me.
Yes. By the way, Charles Butler called you out on the game show, but that might be a third PG thing. I don't know. No, I'm messing with you, brother. I'm messing with you. But please, you have made a good comment about social media that no one has spoken about, and I wanted you to talk about it a little bit. You said we don't own it. Go into that a little bit, because that was something that I thought was very powerful and something that the UNIA is trying to do with Rock Media. And before you go ahead, a brother named Corey Mormon, and we're trying to connect with him because he has the ability to create a black YouTube and black social media and stuff. So that's something that we want to get with. But going in, Brother Asa, go ahead then.
Yeah, so two things. One is economics is the study of incentives, right?
That's right.
All right. If you understand what a person thinks, you don't have to worry about what they'll do. We live in a capitalistic society. And third, if you don't know what the product is you. Right? In other words, nothing is free. So we don't have to pay for these platforms, and they let us use it, right? You think, that's so that they're being benevolent. No, they're selling you, right? They're selling access to you, and you sign that off. That's the contract you sign when you get on these platforms. So that means they have incentives to keep your eyeballs there, whatever it is. So if you're responding more to garbage, right? They don't have an incentive to curb the garbage. They got an incentive to give you more garbage, right? To keep your eyeballs there. And so it's like, suppose I had to read, we'll go off the ice. Suppose we have to read philosophies and opinions, but it was taught to us by Thomas Jefferson. You know what I mean? Right. We're going to get a completely different lesson. And that's kind of what these platforms are. It's like the information might be solid, right? Philosophy and opinion is always going to be good information, but it's coming through Thomas Jefferson. Right, so it's going to be filtered in some kind of way that's not going to be as beneficial as it could be, and so that is kind of what these social media platforms are. Right, it's good. There's good information here, but it's being filtered in a way that can easily be abusive to the black minds of our young folks.
Wow, that was deep. President John Hargrove said, "Peace, family, respected Division 432." President Austin, great work, brother Everett. Peace, brother John. I love you. You said something that was very important. Talk about the importance of owning our own media outlets.
So again, humans don't change that much, right? We haven't changed that much over in my opinion, we haven't changed that much over the past 5,000 years, right? The same ambitions. People have ambitions. They had ambitions 5 years ago. Only thing that's 5,000 years ago. Only thing that's different is the technology. And when the UNI was at its height, and we had the Negro world, we controlled the printers and we controlled the distribution, so there was no filtering. All right, no one was editing it and changing our words to make sure they sound nice. And that's really what we have here with these platforms. They control how our message is disseminated, right? Whether they're doing it directly or indirectly through these algorithms. And that puts us in a weak place, right? Because we're asking for permission, and you never want to be there as a people. So the fact that if we can create our own, understanding, challenges that would bring, but that should always be the objective. Or at least, if you're going to be on the plantation, be aware that you're on the plantation.
Powerful, brother Asta, powerful. Before I let you go, oh snap, oh snap! Hold on.
What happened?
Oh, I gotta do the better one. Let me do the better one for you, brother Asta.
What happened?
We had a big conversation on Facebook. Brother Bill Gooden, where you at? Brother Mawali, brother Losi, where you at? You ran for political office, correct?
Yes.
Correct. We had my good brother Bill Gooden had sparked up some controversy because he shares a lot of the red, black, and green because he's pushing unity, which is a great thing. And I think in his push for unity, he had shared the red, black, and green and attached it to some politicians that may not have been about black liberation and it spaked the debate. He didn't mean any harm by it. He actually took the post down. But please educate the people by you running for office, being in the UNIA, straight red, black, and green, like Brother Charles Barron flying the flag during your campaign. Talk about why people felt that was harmful for him to do that when they weren't race first.
Yeah, I mean, because you're misleading the people, and that happens so frequently, right? Nowadays, people misrepresent themselves. They claim the ancestors, but don't want to do justice by the ancestors. Now, they didn't do it; he was doing it on their behalf. But they, our people have been mistreated for so long, lied to, hoodwinked, and bamboozled, as Brother Malcolm would say. So we want to, we do want to hold certain things sacred, and so I commend you on that, right? On checking that, making sure that the folks who identify with, and a lot of people do, and aren't really with it.
Right,
so
that's true.
we do need to kind of check that, hold people to a standard. So I appreciate you and folks for doing that, holding that standard high.
Last thing before I go, because they think before you go, they think that we're a little extremist when it comes to the colors. Not Brother Bill per se, but just people in general. But I'm always educating them that August 13th, 1920, the flag is actually the official flag of the UNIA. Just talk about that. Talk about why we are, as Garvey's must defend and teach about the history of the colors. And it's, I don't think it's being extreme, but if it is, it is.
So first of all, the Honorable Marcus Garvey and the founders of the UNIA stated that all Black people are members of the UNIA. All Black people. So you're being inclusive as far as that's concerned. And so if the red, black, and green is the colors of the UNIA, then by extension, it is the flag for all Black people. So in that way, in that sense, that's perfectly fine. But again, that represents a certain standard that we're looking out. We read each other race first. We understand the traumas that we've been through, and that we, as members of the UNI, have taken on the responsibility of correcting those traumas, kind of a self-reparations in a way, as much as we can do at this point in time. So, and those who share that vision are free to fly that flag. And those that don't, well, then they're lying to our folks.
Right. Now, real quick, the last thing I know, I keep saying last thing, brother. I'm getting you out of here after this. We got a good brother by the name of Keith Scott. He's actually listening, and he's talking about a new political party called the Newsom Party for Black people. I think he's going around. He says he needs a certain amount of votes. Hopefully, he can come on and talk about it late after you get off. He's going to get he has to have a certain amount of signatures to have that party be able to be on the ballot. And he's saying with this party, they could start to overturn the system and get a lot of Black people voted, especially in Black cities. What's your thoughts on that? Is it possible? Is my good brother a little wasting his time? Is he delusional?
So it is possible, but just beware. There's no such thing as a national party. You're going to have to do this state by state, right? And so, like the Republicans is not no big. They kind of come together, but really it's a state by state. Even worse than that, it's county by county. All right, we got 3,144 counties in the country. So you'd have to actually go on the ground in a good chunk of those to get a party started. But yes, actually, that's why I'm involved. Our elders have tried that, right? Here in New York, we had an attempt by Attorney Joe Mack, a true Garvey nationalist. And he started the United Africa Party back in the 90s. In New York at the time, if you collected, so you got to collect signatures, yes, to create the ballot line for the governor's race. And then if you can get 50,000 at the time, it was 50,000 votes. And if you got those 50,000 votes, then you were a political party for 4 years. You had automatic ballot access to every election in New York State. You wouldn't have to do petitions. You could put somebody on the ballot for any position in New York State for the next 4 years, because then you'd have to do it again. You have to run a candidate for governor. And that person would have to get 50,000 votes. I'm not sure if we got any brothers in the nation here, but there was Brother Abdul Hafiz Muhammad, a brother who passed. He was head of the Nation of Islam in New York when I was the part of the local organizing committee for the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March down in D.C. In 2015. So I was able to work pretty closely with him. And I was actually trying to get him to run for governor at the time, back in 2015. But Cuomo, some of you might have heard of Andrew Cuomo, he made it more difficult. So now he raised it, right, in an attempt to get rid of some political parties. Now in New York, you have to get 120,000 or 2% of the turnout, not only in the governor's race, but then you got to go do that in the presidential election year too, in the presidential primary. Your candidate has to get 2% of the turnout. So it's much harder now, to the point where we now only have 4 parties in New York State. And so, and because those 4 parties can make it, they like that exclusivity. So they're not really pushing to have those things repealed because they can meet those standards. I guess until the point they can't, then they'll huff and puff. But it can be done, but you're going to need a national organization, and everybody's going to have to do their own part. But my question is, where did the name Newsom come from? Out of curiosity.
I forgot. I gotta ask. I'm trying to get him to jump on. Brother Keith, gotcha. If you went jump on after Brother Asa jumps off, because I forgot. I'm gonna actually stay on. When you get off, check it out. I'm gonna show. I did an AI commercial for him. Last thing, I promise this is it, Brother Asa. I promise. I know. When I get you, I gotta keep you on. For those that are watching, we have the 3rd President General, 3rd in charge of the whole UNIA, President of the Queens Division, and he's also Minister of Education for the UNIA. So such duties demand such great respect. Charles Barron. When I went to Queens and I met the good brother, and I came back and I shared a couple of things.
Brooklyn.
Yes, Brooklyn. Yes. A lot of people were asking me how did I know him and how were we connected and things of that nature. Right. And just talk about the work that he's done in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. So Charles, we might have a lot of Negro politicians, got very few Black ones, and Charles will probably be one of Charles and Inez, all respect, would be, well, we might call the black ones in office. So they represent us all, even if we don't live in Brooklyn or live in their district. So shout out to Charles and Inez Barron for being that. Right, and so they're Africans. I mean, in the truest sense, not because they were born in Africa, because Africa was born in them, and they've been unapologetic. He challenged Cuomo when he was in the assembly, right? And I was hoping to carry, still hoping, some things in the works to carry on that tradition. Same thing with Inez, Sister Inez Barron. Yeah, so making affordable housing, reducing some of the ills of our community in that section of Brooklyn, creating safe spaces for our children and our elders, and just being a voice, a black voice in Albany and in City Council, because he served in both. But Charles, yes, is a good brother.
All right, brother Asta, I don't want to hold you. I'm excited to have you here. Brother, by the way, brother Keith said that's why he's starting this political party in Maryland, in Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm saying, you got to do it state by state.
Yes.
You definitely got to do it state by state.
Thank you. We're excited to have you at convention. We locked and loaded, and thank you so much. I know you're a busy guy, and I told you they're getting on me on them test scores, brother. Good luck with that.
I got you.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. All right, race first.
Race first.
All right, that was brother Oster Bryant. He is third in charge. For those that don't know, the main person is the president general. He sits in the seat of Marcus Garvey. And that right now, the president general is the 10th successor to Marcus Garvey. The 11th president general, that is Michael Duncan. For those in Baltimore, you're going to get a chance to meet him for that whole week. And then we have 4 president generals. Brother Oster is third. So, actually he's fourth in charge. And so it's very important that, we get these powerful UNIA people on here to speak, and you guys to get a chance to hear them speak, not just hear my butt talking all the time. Brother Keith, I know you want to talk about some social media. Brother David, I sent you the link, jump on. But for those, like I was telling Brother Oster, we want to play this Newsom party ad, and we'll be right back. And this is the black political party that Brother Keith Scott's always talking about.
For generations, we've been told that our vote matters, but a question remains. Has it consistently delivered the results our communities have been seeking? Many believe the time has come to build independent political power, to organize, to participate, and to pursue a different path. The Newsom Party says it's time to put black communities first. The choice has always belonged to us. Our vote, our voice, our future. The Newsom Party. The next chapter begins with the people.
NewsomParty.com. Hold on, Brother Keith. I see you in the building. I think I'm pretty much caught up on the comments. Hold on. Brother David says, greetings. Brother David, I just text you the link. I'd love for you to jump on, talk about the event you have coming up. And we're different ages, and you can talk about your thoughts on social media as well. I think I went over that. Brother Keith is on now. Yes, we doing game shows, brother. Real Truth and Power. I got to tighten it up. I think we almost there. Brother Keith, I believe he said, shout out to New York. You'll get to meet the New York division coming up. I already talked about Brother John, saying shout out to Brother Oster. Brother John, your order is in. You're good to go. Keith Scott, social media is just a tool. It's heavy depending on how you use it. Unity TV, another black media platform. Brother Vernon, this is a perfect time. I sent you the link, but we'll definitely get you on. You got to come on and talk about your platform. Since we're talking about social media, we have all these powerful people that have their own platforms, and it's important that this is the time to talk about it. So, Brother Vernon, if you can jump on, I sent you the link. You don't got to be on long. And I see Brother David in the chat. And And I see First Vice. This is why we started in Maryland. Got that. Brother David said, please send the link. He's on now. And I think we're caught up. Hold on real quick, Brother David. I'm going to bring you on in a second. Let me just get my brother Keith real quick. Wake up, brother. Wake up, brother.
What's
you on
up,
that,
man?
Brother, you on that cognac or something, brother? You got to stay on you,
Yeah,
brother.
I'm just relaxing, chilling, watching some shows. I'm
Well,
like, hey.
I don't want to hold you up real quick. I see Brother David in the room as well as Brother James. But real quick, just give your comments on social media, and then I just want you to answer a couple of questions about the Newsom party.
Well, I mean, social media, I mean, I feel is great. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of how you use it. I mean, I have a Facebook page. You don't see no females twerking on it because I'm using it a different way. So my Facebook is pretty much
Hold on. Go back, brother. Go back. I don't see females twerking. You saying that's going on a lot on social media?
Well, hey, when I started doing Facebook, you ain't see nothing. It's something. I mean, as soon as you say something negative, they put you in Facebook jail. But now it's loosey. I don't understand that now. So it's just you can find anything on Facebook now. I'm like, do anything on Facebook now. I'm like, they have no restrictions. Back in the day, they had some kind of restrictions, some kind of safeguards. But now it's open for anything.
Mm. Now, talk a little bit about the Newsom party. First of all, Brother Asa was wondering where'd the name come from?
Well, it's named after Fred Newsom, a very good friend of mine, and we had ran against. We went for mayor at one time on the same ticket, and we talked about it because when we ran, we didn't get no love from the Democratic Party, and the whole media, like TV, news media, didn't want to talk to us because of the fact that we are not. They said we didn't do hot on the polls they did. They put place. So what polls that they took and where's the scores? So this is the things they use to stop people from being on that stage.
Mm.
So the Democratic Party, they got they sponsor four candidates, put them on stage, but the people that's actually running for a purpose and a reason would never get to shine.
So Fred Newsom, so you guys have hooked up and you're trying to start this political party. And you guys, I just pulled them up, but first it came up, it was Brother Bob Wallace's picture, but I do see it's just a ballot. So I want to thank you for that. I know you laid back tonight, but real quick, before you go in, what are some things that we can do to just change? Because I think one thing that I didn't talk about with the first two guests, Brother Asa and Brother Elijah Lewis, is that I think like when you said something about all you see is twerking and things of that nature, it seems to me that as you talk about your own political party, it's time for us to get our own social media. And you saw the show with the brother Corey Moment, yeah. and that's why we got to connect with him, because this is very important.
Well, I mean, so like I said, social media is a tool. I mean, like I said, just like any tool, is depending on how you use it. And as responsible people, you should have some restrictions that you can't do certain things. But since these Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok doesn't have any kind of restrictions, so you see anything on it that's not appropriate for any kind of young minds. So, and this is how they get discouraged and influenced by these things. So, if there was more restrictions, they was okay. I guess they say that's kind of censoring. Okay, but some stuff not to be should not be on social media, and I agree with that. I mean, but it's until you can run your own social media outlet. I mean, what can you do?
So, where are you at with the Newsom party now? Are you still in the planning stages?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a forever planning stage. Nothing's ever. I mean, the growing, the getting the word out to people, explaining exactly what we're standing for. You know, when we say that it's time for Black people to have his own political party, people look at that and say, "Oh, well, what about white people? What about this one? What about that one?" Like I said, I have nothing against other people. I just feel that our people need something for our own. That someone that represent us. Our candidates the candidates that producing by the Republican and Democratic Party, we know it's not for us. Okay, we know they only there to preserve the system, and the system is designed not for us. I mean, until we actually say, you know what? Like I said, I'm gonna do like I said, George Bush. If you Black, if you're a person with melanin in his skin, how can you vote for the lesser of two evils? It doesn't make any sense. Knowing that the generation after generation, we've been falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Real quick before you go, how are you looking on the signatures? Because you've been talking about it, but have you been really pushing to get the signatures? And since we talking about social media, I haven't seen it on your page, brother. When you gonna start posting about these signatures and getting these signatures on your page, brother?
Well, it's okay. We got the website now. The website has the capability of collecting signatures now. This is why we promote on the
And
website.
what's that website?
The Newsom Party.
The Newsom Party. Okay.
Okay. Not in the Newsom Party. We have the application on the website now. You can go to the website and fill out the app and do your signature there.
Oh.
And the fact that every weekend I'm on the streets. Every weekend I'm in the streets trying to get these signatures. But what am I looking for? I'm looking for young people. Okay? Young people, because this is about them. Okay, this is for the next generation. So I'm looking for young people who that's major in political science that hit me up because, like I said, you got a whole lot of these kids that they study, but they don't have the experience of running and creating campaigns. This is where you could get that experience from the ground up. So I'm looking for I holler at some people from Morgan, Townsend universities and stuff like that. But I guess until I could get somebody who actually got some kind of pull, I'm not getting no phone calls back.
All right. Well, I'm gonna talk to you about your the website. So it's up and you can do the signatures there.
Yes.
All right.
It's on Newsom Party, newsomparty.com. And what I'm gonna do, I have a website too. It's the We the People website. And I'm looking forward to putting the application on my website too. So it's gonna be a couple of ways to get your signature in. We working on. But like I said, it's a process, and we trying to do this before 2028. And like I said, and we all anybody who listening that feel that they want to take the seat and become a candidate to change the system, be my guest. Hit me up.
But before I let you go, Brother David said, so you gonna advertise in this paper or what? You bluffing?
Oh, no, definitely.
He didn't say that. I'm messing with you.
Anytime he give me the opportunity, I'm jumping on it.
All right, and you know about the Black Man Unifying Black Man Breakfast is out Curtis Bay, Baltimore. You know about that yet?
Oh, like I said, I know now.
Brother. You stuttering, brother. Every time you stutter, I know you got some BS with you, brother.
I didn't look at Brother Bill website yet. That's what I find out what's on.
All right, last thing. What you know about ultramagnetic MCs?
Like I said, I gave up that. I gave up that rap.
Brother, do you know about ultramagnetic MCs or not, brother?
That's when I was too old.
Brother, yes or no? Do you know about ultra? How old are you, brother Keith?
I'm 62.
And you don't know about ultramagnetic MCs?
Oh, I gave it. I put it away. They said when you get older, you stop doing childish things.
Brother, they was out before Big Daddy came, brother.
Hey,
I'm
I wasn't
questioning
looking
you as a New Yorker. I am questioning you as a New Yorker.
Hey, tell me, Curtis Blow, Ron DMC, stuff like that. Yeah, that's my time of rap. That's my time of rap. All that other stuff, y'all can have that.
Oh Lord. This is former mayor candidate, brother Keith Scott. I
I'm a house
appreciate you,
head.
good brother.
I'm a house head. I'm always gonna be a house head. So there you go.
Oh Lord. All right, brother Keith, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bro.
All right, all
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah, 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 yeah.
What?
I wanted to. I told you about doing another commercial. I got like something in my head that I want you to see.
All right, just let me know. We'll try to put it together.
All right, cool.
All right,
All right.
peace. All right, peace. That was my good brother Keith Scott. I'm about to bring on my next guest. We got a powerful show for you. This brother has his own black-owned newspaper. Probably one of the largest black-owned newspapers. So while you're here, I need you to do me this favor so we can get this information out. The more we hit that like button, I know a lot of people jump on and off. The more we hit that like button, the more the analytics hit and the show goes after we air. So if you're on UNIA Rock Media YouTube, Real Truth and Power YouTube, I need you to do me one thing first. Please hit that share. Facebook, X, Twitter. Hit the share button, baby. Hit that share. Let's get it out. And then I'm also going to need you to do important favors. Free. Hit that like button. Let's get these likes going. Let's get these likes going.
Smash it now!
Let's get these likes going. And last but not least, let me bring on my guest. But if you got one thing I need you to do for me is subscribe if you're on YouTube. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Subscribe and hit that alert bell. Subscribe and hit that alert bell. Now I'm going to bring on my next guest, Brother David. Peace and blessings to you, my brother. Finally got you on. I'm glad this is actually the perfect time because you got a couple of events coming up. So before and when we'll talk about your paper and your event coming up, but before we do that, I want to just tackle the topic at hand. Social media. So a lot of people don't like it, don't understand it, are nervous about it. Talk about how you feel about social media because we all at different ages. We had Elijah that's 30 and Brother Keith's like 62. I'm 53. And it seems like we all deal with it differently because of our ages. You're a little older. Talk about what you feel about social media as the elder spokesman of the crew.
Well, let me just say this. I was on, let's say.
Well, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Please introduce yourself to the people. Let the people know who you are.
Well, first of all, my name is David Murphy, publisher of the National Black Unity News, founder of one of the founding members of Black Men Unifying Black Men. Also a member of the Art Social Club. I also sit on the council of Maryland Council of Elders, also the National Council of Black Elders, and to name a few. But most important is I consider myself a servant, not the servant that waits on people and that beg and call, the type of servant that serves people who actually serves people, Black melanated people. And so, that's kind of what my mission is all about. But, you asked me to introduce myself, but you also mentioned media, social media. Well, I was there from the inception of it. And I followed from A to Z so far. And there has been some amazing transformation that has taken place from the beginning. In the beginning, they had these things called sailors and all this kind of stuff that you just get information from, and small groups start appearing. But yes, in my world, in media, publication, marketing, it has been a godsend. It changed the game. It was a game changer. Back in the day, we had to do things physically. We had to go here. We had to do this. We had to be there, But when this thing came along, not only could I reach massive amount of people, but my reach had no ending to it, far and wide. And so I welcome technology because it's always going to take place. Technology changes always have taken place, so we might well get used to it. You either going to accept it or get left behind.
That's right. I always say people that are laid back get left back. And if we, it's like AI. People's a little worried and concerned about AI, and we should be. But at the same time, while we're worried about it, we got to jump on it and use it because that's how the world is changing. What are some of your concerns, though? Do you still have concerns? I'll let you know. My main concerns is that we don't own these platforms. We need to get our own platform. I don't know if you saw my show with the brother Corey Mormon. He actually has a tech company where he could develop these kind of platforms. I'll send you that show. And which really is crazy is that, I look at some of the things that are on here, and I think some of the things young people wilding out fighting. I think Brother Keith mentioned too much twerking and things, and not enough imagery that I think uplifts our people. But what are some of the negative things you think that we could change with social media?
Well, you just get back. You say the brother had, some type of social media. But let me just say this: back in the day, we had our own too. We had Black Planets. We had all kinds of little, So I guess what? Myself had my own social media back in the day, 25, 30 years ago.
He educated me because he said that, and I wasn't aware of this. The brother Corey said that Black Planet, Facebook and all of them got all that information from Black Planet and built on that. I wasn't aware of that, so it's crazy that you said that. But yeah, go ahead.
And they was like the new kids on the block. As far as I was concerned, Black Planet was the new kids on the block. But like I said, there was a lot of apps, as y'all call them, that where people could start their own social media. Even still to this day, so it's really no excuse for us to just like everything what you're doing right now in podcasting. It's a great way to reach out to people, but you have to create your own audience,
right?
So to speak. You have to reach out there for people to find out what you're saying, and then come to think about it, when you think of tens of thousands of podcasts out there. So how do you make yourself different from everybody else? But the thing is, that's where marketing coming at.
That's right.
Word of mouth and everything else. And so as time go on, if you have something to say, and if it's popular with people, you can have the most popular show in the world, but people don't know about it. So it's,
Yeah. Now you got an event coming up. Talk about the event. It's at Pikes Theater.
No, it's not at Pikes this time.
It's not at Pikes? Where's it at?
No, this time it's going to be 1932 Bel Air Road.
1932 Bel Air Road. Talk about that event.
Bishop Winslow Church.
That's my guy. Shout out to Bishop Winslow. He has the greatest bus prices in the United States of America. I'll tell you that for sure. But I didn't know that. Okay, so talk about that event at Bishop Winslow spot.
Well, first, let me give you a little history. I'm doing a documentary called Black Baltimore during the 1950s up until the 1980s. And I'm going to give you a little history why I'm doing this. First and foremost, there's a lady right now by the name of Rosa Pryor. She had worked with the Afro as well at the Baltimore Times at the same time. Even back in the day when I was doing the Informant newspaper, she wrote for me as well as what they call entertainment editors.
Mm-hmm.
And she, she has a strong history of Baltimore back in the 40s, 50s, 60s on up. The royalty, all the big, entertainment spots around the city. And unfortunately, I met her at Reverend Willie Ray's, viewing, and she had a manuscript. And the manuscript was her new book about Baltimore. And she mentioned that Rose is older than I am. I'm 74. So she's a little past 80. And she was telling me that she's not computer savvy, and when she tried to do research, trying to find information on Black history in Baltimore, she couldn't find anything. By being an old techie, familiar with the internet and everything, so I started doing my own search. I went to the Google, the YouTubes, and everything else. Couldn't find. All I found was negative. Ghetto, drugs, that's all they showed us about us. That's our history, and that's the way the world see our history. You've seen the shows like The Wire, The Corner, and everything else. That's our projection when people think of Baltimore. But when I went on doing this research, you mentioned AI. Now, see, this is the power of a tool. Mm-hmm. Google didn't have enough of that, but I put in names like Little Willie Adams, and I started putting in Kern Mitchells and stuff like that. Then the data start flowing. Deep data, they actually dig a little deeper, and it was getting deeper and deeper. And then I did that just about everybody. I started doing search on people from back in the day. I even asked them for the list of black people who was influenced involved. It was kicking out all kinds of stuff, man. So this is a great tool when you're looking for research and stuff. Like I said, it's nothing but a tool. What you ask for is going to give you.
Right.
And so you can use it to your advantage. But this thing gave me the opportunity, man, and as I was putting together this information, because I am somewhat of this, I can take several types of apps. And you listen to me talk right now, I stutter sometimes. I get excited, and sometimes I say things over and over again. But I even clone myself because of these technology.
Right.
I clone myself. I clone my voice. And I did the narration for the whole hour thing, and it just ran smoothly. See, this is what technology can do. It was me, my words, just that. I had it, so I used it as an aid. And also, I had vintage pictures of all of those great people come from out of Baltimore. And not only did I had the pictures, but I had the pictures get up and move around and stuff like that. Thank God for different types of apps. So you can use these tools to your advantage. And so, but again, to tell the whole story about this event, a guy named by the name of Wayne Randall, who's also an editor in the National Black Unity News, he and I got together because I do commercials like you do. I do professional commercials. I have done documentaries before on Chick Webster. We did one on B. Gaddy, and we did on individuals. So, I have a little editing skills now, self-taught kind of stuff.
Right.
And they have apps to do that too. So that's what I'm saying. We don't have to go to school. They have apps to actually help you do that. And so that's why I say you need to take advantage of these tools. But again, when I put this documentary together, we shown it at the Pikes Theater the first time. And it was received very well. But I'm going to say this about this documentary. This is why it's so important that people attend or support it. First and foremost, it's about us, black people from the 50s all the way up to the 80s. Man, I'm going to tell you something, Brother Everett. I'm straight up. I've been there and done a lot of things.
Yeah.
But when I started putting this documentary together for the first time in my life, see, you got to understand, I came up in the 50s. And I didn't see positive black images of me. I went to school, the same school that you went to, Rockland Middle School, West Baltimore Middle School. The first year it opened, 1961. We was the first black students that went there. The year that school opened, we went there.
Wow.
But I had to walk. You come from Emerson, I had to walk from Emerson and Dennis all the way up to Frederick Avenue, all the way up to the top of that church the Catholic church at. For a child 11, that's a long walk.
Yes.
Just to get to the bus. And I had to go through what they call a gauntlet because the white folks with those stones, they had to run through alleyways and this kind of way just to get to the bus every morning. Then once we got on the bus, when we got to Rockland, they was protesting us. So my imagery of me, and then it's the 60s, these dudes sitting dozed on our little girls and everything else. So this is the imagery that I saw, that I came up with. And it wasn't good. It didn't look good. And as a child of 11 years old, all I could see was, why are these people so angry with me?
Right.
So something must be, as a child thinking, so something must be wrong with me. So I didn't have nothing to buffer that. I didn't see no positive stuff about us. All I seen on television and everything else was negative.
Right.
And so getting back to this thing here, but when I did this documentary for the first time in my life, I was proud of being a black Baltimorean. Because we had broke so many glass ceilings. Man, we had our own hospital. We were the first, Park Stars was the first company that went public. Man, I can go on and on the stuff, the glass ceilings that right here in Baltimore that we have broken. I mean, in spite of the time, because I'm talking about the same time what I was going through, they was going through, even worse. But they did it anyway. And see, this is why it's so important, because it lets us know who our real story is. Like I said, our story is always going to be distorted if it's told by them other folks. And see, this documentary is by us and it's for us. It's our real history. And this is just the tip. This is a trailer. It's an hour-long trailer. But the whole purpose of why we're showing this, so we want to raise funds and get support, because next year we're going to start a real documentary. We're going to have it in a 4-part series. It's going to be the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and we're going to have elders all over this city, all walks of life, going to be narrating it. They're going to be telling their stories the way it was when they was coming up, in all different walks of life. and we be showing facts and everything else, but it's going to take money. You know, even freedom comes with a price. It takes money to do all this kind of stuff.
Yes.
So this is why we showing these trailers. So not only can we make you aware of what's going on, but let me just say this. It's not all about what happened in the 50s, 60s, 70s. You know, that's good. We stand on great shoulders. But guess what? But it's also about what we are doing today. We're going to have people talking about, yeah, we was back there, but this is what we're doing today. Just like I was back there. Look what I'm doing today. I'm still putting in work.
That's right.
But the most important thing, though, about that is about our youth, our children. See, I didn't have positive images of me. So now they can told by us. See, right now, this is the same imagery that I was getting, they're getting right now today. Negative. All they see is negative stuff about us. But for the first time in their life, I showed it to my grandchildren. And they questioned me. Why didn't they tell us this in school? Why ain't nobody tell us? How come we don't see this anywhere? How come it's not in books? How come it's not this, that, and this, that? And just so happened, I just happened to be obedient to the call. It was a chain reaction. Rosa Pryor had the book. I took it from there, and I took it from there, and it just goes on. And now we have a lot of people going to be involved with this thing. And say it's not about me. It's not about when. It's about us, Black Baltimore. And guess the beautiful thing about this documentary is we have the blueprint now. We can go to New York. All we need is a few elders out of New York. I can go to Atlanta now. Like I have the blueprint and do the same and tell their history, the Black history there as well.
Right.
So this thing is huge. This thing is astronomical. For the first time, see, my father's generation, they didn't have. Probably had some technology, but most of the people didn't even have a camera back in them days. I mean, a regular camera just take pictures. But the same thing is, you know how much it would cost for them to go around and try to do it with them big old cameras and stuff like that, try to document stuff. It would cost them a fortune. A fortune to do it. That's why nobody actually did it. Here come David Murphy with just, some sparks. And like I say, and it's not like I say David Murphy, but I operate on divine inspiration. And I have to be straight up about that. And so the whole thing is about we, Black melanated people in Baltimore. We're going to tell our story, ours and for us. It's our true history, our true dynasty. And again, all of us, not just about Baltimore, everybody who hear my voice, I don't care how old you are, you need to start telling your story.
That's right.
Because no one is like you. And there's a thing special with us elders. There's a saying, when the elder dies, a whole library dies with him. And that's a shame, that so many people, there's a man that we filmed before, a guy named China. China, when we filmed, he was 90-something years old last year. And he was an Arab. You know what Arab is, right?
Yeah. The
horse and wagon type guys.
Yeah.
And China was original Arab 60 years ago. And they have a foundation now, Arab, but see, he told the story, me and Wayne, we filmed.
Well, hold up, Brother David. For those that don't know, if you're not from Baltimore, the Arabs are we have horses that pull wagons that sell fruits and stuff like that. And so that's for those that only got people out not from Baltimore watching, and that's what he was referring to by Arab. But go ahead.
Appreciate that. And not only that, see, that's the beautiful thing about yesterday. See, we didn't have food deserts because they brought the food to you. See, And so again, by Black people. But in any case, this guy China, they gave him a special birthday party. That's why we were there, and they had all the old Arabs, the history they were showing filmed about way back yesterday. And just unfortunate, I just found out 2 days ago that he passed about a month ago. Now, see, we was fortunate enough to catch his story. So now we can document him for future generations to know. You see, he told us stories like not only did they brought food to the community, but they was like psychiatrists back in the day. They would listen to your woe, what's going on with your children and everything else. And if you was a little short on your funding, like a lot of us was back in them days, they would extend you credit. They would give you the fruit, the vegetables, the fish and everything, and you pay them next week.
Right.
And stuff like this. And the children in the neighborhood. All of us used to aspire because Arabs was known to be tough guys. They were not to be played with.
Yeah, because you gotta be tough so nobody take your stuff. Yeah,
that's right. and they always was hard young men, and they was groomed them young men. And every little boy back in my day wanted to be an Arab, to hang with an Arab because it was, it was prestige. And plus you had to know how to handle yourself. So Arab will sometimes pit children against children, just box out, stuff like that.
Right.
Your boy, they bet on it.
Wow, that's crazy.
But that was rites of passage in our day. Back and I just had to make things plain. Wasn't cruel. Because every child, even myself, if you moved on the block with other black children, your age group, you had to fight them to see where you was in the pecking order. And then right after the fact, you become best of friends. That's the way it was back then,
Yeah, my father used to bring out these damn boxing gloves, and I'm like, man, people be bullying you or something. He'd come in and be like, come on. I'm like, man, this dude like 6 feet tall. And I get my ass whipped, but it just taught me, he instilled in me I had to fight back. Brother Ori Shabazz said, definitely always supporting Brother David Murthy. Looking forward to the screening of Black Baltimore. Before I let you go, Brother David, the convention's coming up. So I know we got a few days, but I got to introduce you to a lot of people. You met the first assistant PG, and we got some events coming out. I'm sure you're going to like it. So I'm going to be putting you to work that whole week. But just remind people, where's your event again and the date?
Yes, it's July the 18th from 2 to 5 p.m., 1932 Bel Air Road, 21213. And if you need tickets, I have tickets, and we need all, like I say, this is about us. You can get a ticket from me at 443-455-2373. And again, help me to help us so we can help ourselves. Like I said, this is about our...
Say that number again.
443-455-2373.
All right. And real quick, before I let you go, last thing, close out on this. Just talk about the powerful newspaper that you have. I know you talked about it briefly.
Well, the National Black Unity News, like I say, come from divine inspiration. It's a publication by us and for us. It's a unique it's not traditional in no sense of the way. It's a publication that's solution-oriented. We cater to black, melanated people. We don't put down any group or race of people. Our mission is to uplift us, support us. And the information you get from the National Black Unity, you cannot get any place else because these are individuals, the people that we are allowed to write in this publication to support this. I mean, that's in this public. They have a heart to serve and a heart to get, and nobody's perfect. But I do know these are the type people who want to uplift us, who want to serve us, and want to help us. And so, again, the National Black Unity, you can go to our website, tnbun.com, tnbun.com. Get a subscription. Or it's online. We online as well as the physical newspaper.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother David. Man, appreciate you as always. And I also like to say I appreciate you more because I know, whenever I'm out of hand or I jump off, I know I'm always get a call from you or Brother Bill or somebody. And I respect that, Brother Cliff, because, we all as young men are not perfect. But, we thrive to be. And you guys play an important role in my life and in our community's lives and just being good mentors to us, and I appreciate you.
Can I say one thing on that same note?
Yes.
You remember when you was 15?
Kind of, yeah, a little.
But when you became 25, you were different from the age when you was 15, right?
Right.
When you were 30. So what I'm trying to say is, at your age, you supposed to be just where you are. Okay, sometimes when you get my age, you might see things a little differently. So
right.
Just like you said things differently back then. So that is just a perception of things. But you're right now in your mind. Remember you was 18, nobody couldn't tell you nothing?
Yeah, I'm like that now.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, they'd be like, let them calm down. We'll talk to them later.
Yes.
But I appreciate you, Brother David. Thanks for jumping in. And like I say, this is not my show. This is our show. So whenever we got a topic or you somebody wrong, like Keith Scott always wrong, jump on here and check him anytime. Just beat him up with the knowledge anytime.
Keith, no, I thought like I said, I wanted to build this website for him.
Oh, for real? He ain't telling me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guy. All right, Brother David.
serve, like I said, I serve people. I don't have to agree with everything you do, but I still serve you because if you try to uplift us, that's me.
That's right, my man. Brother David Murphy, the Black Unity newspaper. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, sir.
All right, peace and blessings. Wow, so yeah, that was Brother David. I see our first vice president of Baltimore is in the waiting room. Hopefully we're not out that late, but I will put the link in the chat. And Brother James, you are up. For those that want to join, but as you know, we got to pay these bills. And we're always talking, when we start talking about the FBA, we start talking about ADOS and stuff like that. We believe in the UNIA and global unity. Yes, I'm from America, but I'm an African American or an African Jamaican. We all one, and we got to stop separating ourselves. And if you're not on board, it's global unity or death.
Global unity or death. They told us we would never stand together. They divided us by politics, by labels, by fear. But every generation must make a choice. Remain divided or become one people. I don't seek violence, but I refuse to surrender. If they bring fear, I'll bring courage. One people, one purpose, one destiny. They can fight a man, but they cannot stop an idea whose time has come.
Global unity or death. We take that very seriously. And it's time for us to be on the same page. And if you're against us, you know, you have to deal with some kind of sacrifice because it's time for our people to unite. Brother James, I'm about to bring you up in a minute. And for those that don't know, the UNIA does meetings. We got a meeting coming up, by the way. Check this out.
I used to think revolution meant fire and fists, but silence is louder. I need to speak at tonight's UNIA ACL Zoom meeting, because if I don't, my nephew's gonna grow up thinking power lives outside our people. I wasn't raised on Garvey. I was raised on survival. Someone on that Zoom said, Black unity isn't an idea, it's an action. That line hit me harder than anything in school, church, or the block. But right before I log on, I freeze up. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I ain't conscious enough? Then I hear my nephew in the next room say, Uncle Malik, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. That was it. I hit join, and I told the truth. Not the polished version, the version our people need to hear. Turns out, that voice in your head, it's not fear, it's your ancestors. The meeting didn't just change me, it reminded me who I've always been. Join us, Baltimore UNIA, mass meeting. Join the Baltimore UNIA. Don't let your legacy pass you by. Your ancestors are waiting.
So we have these powerful meetings, usually the last fourth Saturday of the month. It's either going to be on Zoom or it's going to be in person. We didn't do last month. We got a lot of stuff and we're preparing for convention, but definitely hit us up and you can get all the information just to learn about Marcus Garvey, the UNIA, and even more important things about the work we're doing in the community. I see Brother James, and are you ready? I'm about to bring you in. Shout out to Brother Abdullah. Race First, peace and blessings, family. Brother Abdullah will be performing at Next Phase Cafe. We got some poets coming out for convention. Again, all of our stuff will be at black-owned institutions. So we are really, really pushing this convention. You really want to go to the gala. You're going to see people getting their UNIA awards. You're also going to be seeing people getting awards from the community, and we'll have our President General present them. Our social club is getting an award. Black Men Unifying Black Men, 2 organizations getting an award. But we're also giving individual awards out. Brother Bill Gooden will be getting an award. Brother Cliff said he can't make it, so we're going to try to give Brother Cliff his award at maybe one of the other events if possible. Brother Mike Johnson, who owns Pike's Movie Theater, is getting an award. Our beautiful, strong sister, Sister Eartha, will be getting an award. And we'll have some surprises as well. So you really want to check out this gala. The food is going to be banging, but also we're going to get our groove on. I'm going to rock my 2-step for y'all. I don't do it often. And so, Brother James, I'm about to bring you in. Brother Ori said, excellent UNIA message. Of course, we got to plug the show, Baba Ori. And when I was saying unity or death for the person that said what's going to happen, this is the last thing to happen. Unity or death, Brother Abdullah. This is what, let them know what we about. And then we come back with Brother James. We not playing.
Your boy dead on the street last week. Not from drugs, from violence. Nobody stand up, nobody move. Me got 6 weeks we build 100 man. Or Baltimore lose its soul. Back in the day, we protect we own. Now, enough talk, enough post. But Garvey, him leave with a blueprint. Stand up, uniform, discipline, unity. African Legion, it not dead. It a prophecy waiting for fulfill. Ma nearly walk away, tired, alone. But when that mother grab me arm and say, who I go protect my son? Me know, we not start no war, we restore order. Black unity, black honor, black discipline. This a we army, and it never left. Me name, Brother Tony. Join the Baltimore UNIA. Be the legacy, or be the silence.
Yes. So for those that don't know, every president is the commander of the Legion. So not only am I president of the Baltimore Division, I am commander of the African Legion in Baltimore. And our goal is to protect the community from people from outside the community and unfortunately even people within our community. We're in dire times and we're not playing within the UNIA. The theme of the convention is the UNIA takeover. We're coming in. Brother John, hopefully you still watching. You probably out. We'll have the UNIA flags. Real quick before I bring Brother James in. Brother James, I'm bringing you right now. We will have the official UNIA flags. The UNIA flags are handmade by Black people. That's very important. Sometimes we forget about manufacturing. But one thing we can't do is have a flag of Marcus Garvey, the official flag of the UNIA, and have that white stripe manufactured by China. So for all those that don't have a UNIA flag without that white stripe, we're bringing them in. Of course, they're handmade, so we run out a lot, but we're bringing them in for convention. They're a little bit more, but they're definitely worth it. Good material and no white stripe. So please, 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 when we talk about race first, we have to really be about race first. Now I'm bringing in my good brother, James Richardson. Peace and blessings to you. I'm sorry, I said your government name, brother. I said your government name, brother. I apologize.
You be
Brother
killing
Jay
me, man.
Rich. Brother Jay Rich. I don't know who you running from, brother, but you know. I don't mean to put you out there, my
Don't
man.
worry about that. That's not important. That's not the topic of the show today.
One of my homeboys, Ferris, always says that. We be talking, he be like, brother, did you say my real name, brother? I'd be like, oh, Lord. He's, come on, brother. Come on, brother. But yes, I don't know when you jumped in, but we had a very good topic today about basically social media, YouTube, things of that nature, being positive, being negative. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, we've been watching you, man. We pulled up the YouTube on TV, man. I'm sitting here with an elder right now, man. Me and a good brother, man, that ran with your father.
Oh Lord.
We sitting here watching you up on here, man, and we just rapping, man, just rapping. I don't know if he gonna let me bring him on here, but we've been going through, man, as the show's been going on, talking about like not just social media, but the all like the different social parameters that invade our community, from music to TV to the internet. You know what I mean? Because before, like, we had the internet, a lot of the messages got put out into our community through music, and through plays, through books. Um, they took over like the TV shows, and they took like the black pride out of them. They took black pride and unity out of the music, and then we get onto like the internet. And I mean, I agree. I mean, I think we can all agree. Everybody, like even from the comments and your guests, we all agree that social media can be a very powerful tool and uplifting and moving our people forward. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like Brother Keith said, we don't own those platforms. There are a few, you know what I mean, platforms and things that we do own that we can get on and try to speak the truth. But a lot of these things, you know what I mean, what we say, what we can and do say, you know what I mean, is watered down. For example, I was on a social media platform and I got shut down during COVID. I'd had over 8,000 followers on there, and they ain't like my comments about COVID, and they suspended my account.
Over
Even
COVID?
after they lifted the suspension on everybody else's account, hey, my account is still suspended. So,
hold
you
up.
know,
Over what would you just questioning the vaccines or something?
absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. And the thing that got me banned or got me got my account suspended, I didn't even question like the vaccine. I questioned people's ability to say no, that they didn't want it.
Mm.
And that's what got me banned on that. But there's a recent study that was done showing children in schools that still use books, pads, and pencils far exceed in education from the ones that use these tablets and everything else. I know they brought in computers and everything else to try to make the learning process easier, but studies have shown that these children fall behind as to the ones that still use books, pads, and pencils. They use less of like these iPads and these what do you call them things, man? Them notebooks that they send home for free.
I call all of them
Phones or whatever. I
iPads.
forgot the name.
Even if it ain't Apple,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just call
yeah.
all of them iPads.
Right.
Chromebooks
So
and all that.
there's a correlation, man. There's a correlation between what they see with their screen time, man, and their attention and their ability to be able to their attention span. Also, the things that they take in and suck in, you know what I mean, absorbs within them. Whereas I give you an example, you know what I mean. The next time you're around somebody that's under 10 that has their own phone, sit down and try to have a conversation with them and see how far and how long that conversation goes. It's real short. And then you have to change the subject, and they constantly jumping from one thing to another. I think that social media, like I said, is a very powerful tool, but you know what I mean? Marvin Gaye, you know what I mean, almost got dropped from his label because of the message that he was in his music. Wasn't that him and Barry Gordon got into it over like the messages that he was putting into his music?
It was
You know,
around the What's
Barry
Going On
Gordy, you know,
album. He didn't want the
right.
West.
Yeah, they got it. Right, exactly. So we have always had gatekeepers, you know what I mean, in that terms. When Public Enemy blew up with that fight the power, next thing you know what I mean, they ain't getting no airplay. Like, hey man, we don't like this message. When Brand Nubian came out and they up on MTV, hey man, we don't like this message. So to Keith Scott's, you know what I mean, to piggyback off of what he was saying.
First of all, veggie back, brother. Stop feeding the people swine, even though I still eat. Stop feeding the people swine.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I'm about to say, I know you ain't about to correct me.
are you saying? I
Huh?
think you said this twice that you agreeing with my good brother Keith Scott. You been drinking, brother?
No, I agree that we have to own and support our own platforms. Because anytime that you're on a platform and they tell you that you can or cannot say this about a certain country, you can't say this or say that about a certain group of people, you can't say this or that about this, and you can't even say about your own people. You can't educate your own people. You can't uplift your own people without somebody, you know what I mean, jumping on, as you've seen on your own platform, without somebody jumping on and saying like, oh, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, so on and so forth. Like as long as it's ignorance, it's going to prevail. And the dumber it is, the more they're going to push it. Me and Brother Ahmed was just sitting here and we were talking about how they changed the rap game. You know what I mean? From a positive thing to, you know what I mean, whatever it is you want to call it now. When you look at that and then you pair that with what they show these black shows on TV, the Power Book, Snowfall, and all of these shows or whatever, the same thing that's constantly being repeated again and again and again. Conversation with one of like these young cats, the first thing they want to talk about is Jay-Z or Jeezy or one of these guys, and it's like, yeah, the Carter, you know what I mean? Yeah, they made it, they sold drugs, and then you know what I mean, they flipped that money to make. And we were just sitting there talking about like, but you see Jay-Z, but do you see the millions of young black men that's sitting in prison or laying in a grave because they tried to copy that same blueprint, you know? So it's more what we see online is what we hear, is what we see when we watch TV, is what we see when we in like the neighborhood for these people that took this blueprint.
You freezing up a little bit, Jay Rich.
Blueprint of failure.
You freezing up a little bit. You sounding like a robot.
See, I told you that's the reason why we got to own our own. I told you. As soon as you start trying to educate.
Let me ask you this though, because this is a topic, you know, that goes in the community. We just had brother David Murphy on.
Right.
Our elders, are they doing enough on social media, or do you think that's just something that they shouldn't be involved in? Because I think that we need to hear more from our elders so they can see what's going on social media and start sharing some things. But am I wrong on that, or what do you think?
I think that they know what's going on, but I don't think that some of them have like the skills to navigate on social media. Because they see it, they're on social media, you know what I mean? So they see what goes on, they see what's happening. A lot of people, you know what I mean, to keep up with their grandkids, their nieces and nephews, and just, you know what I mean, the world that we live in now today, you know what I mean, the vast majority of information, you know what I mean, is in your pocket. So I believe that they're on social media. But sometimes, you know what I mean, like me and Brother Ahmed, and you in the game, out here fighting for like 30, 40, 50 years, and you feel as though you no longer have a voice. Sometimes it's discouraging, you know. I think that if more of these older people got on and our elders got on social media and took an active role, I think that we would see a change. Because most of the time, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know this. They don't know that. But what a lot of these kids, you know what I mean, like David Murphy asked you, you know what I mean, you did, at 25, did you still think the way that you did when you were 15? You know, at 35, did you still think the same way you did at 25? And sometimes you have to remind them, like, I've been 15, I've been 25, I've been 35, I've been 40. You haven't been 55. You ain't been 51. You ain't been 52. You know what I mean? And some of the lifestyles that y'all live, you're not going to. I think that, yes, I think a lot more of our elders need to get online or be online. And I think that we need to hold forums, man, for them to be able to speak. Even within like the UNIA, we have a lot of powerful women that have like very strong voices. But it's only if you're not in our meeting, then you never hear them.
Right. We might have lost you, Brother James. I think we lost Brother James. I'm going to try to hold on, see if he can come back. We're having a powerful discussion tonight about social media, family. You're watching me now because of social media, YouTube or Twitter. I think Johnny Jackson had commented on Instagram. I don't even know all of the things that we're on. And I might have missed this chat. Shout out to Tashaka Sanko for good peace and blessings, good brother. I miss your text, your comment. Yeah, Jay Rich, you were talking about the powerful women in the UNIA. What up, good brother? You were talking about the powerful women in the UNIA and how we might even have to get them more out there on social media so they can be heard. Lady Pres is out there a lot, though. She
Absolutely.
gets out there. Yeah, our Lady President.
She is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very involved in the community and very loved in the community. But in some of our meetings, man, like these women have such insightful views. You know what I mean? But like I said, if you're not in the meeting, then more than likely you wouldn't be able to hear it. The UNIA started off, you know what I mean, and speaking engagements in churches, and now churches no longer, we're no longer invited to come in, you know what I mean, to speak unity. He's always on social media. He's very involved, sharing information, looking for information, digging up information. Very powerful brother, man, that's been in the game for a very, very long time, man. And to sit down and talk to this brother, man, you would gain so much knowledge, man, of working with the nation of Islam, you know what I mean, within working within
You broke up, Brother James. You sounded like a robot. I hope you don't got that cricket Wi-Fi, brother. I mean, you got to get your Wi-Fi together. I'm going to give you a pass because you just kept moving. But if you do call back, I can get you to close out real quick. You breaking up real bad. You breaking up. But I'm going to get you to close out because you just froze down. But just close out on your final thoughts on social media and everything.
My final thoughts on social media is that we need to have a social media takeover, man, and that we need to flood the same way they flood. You know what I mean? The same way they flood social media with nonsense, we need to flood social media with intelligence and knowledge and history of self or whatever, man, with unity and giving people outlets and places that they can go, you know what I mean, to gain this knowledge and to be able to unite with people with the same mind and the same voice so that we can start to move forward. In every aspect of our lives, move forward in our deen, move forward in our education, move forward in rearing our children, move forward in everything, in economics. But as long as you can go up on Facebook Marketplace looking for a bike, and you get all these ads for like adult services or whatever, you know what I mean, adult X-rated services, you know what I mean? We have to be able to control our own narrative. And that's the one thing that was one of the biggest things that we lost during integration. We lost our own narrative because we sacrificed all that we had in order to be able to sit down at the table with somebody that doesn't like us.
Brother Ahmed, he's the brother he's over at Kenya now, right?
Say that again?
Who he's
Yes,
over?
Nah, he was in Gambia. He back now.
Gambia, that's what it is. Okay. All right. How he hear me and you didn't, brother? We got work on you. But yeah, maybe we can get him on one of the Fridays. We can hook it up.
Man, I would love for this brother to come on, man. The knowledge that this man has is just incredible, man.
Awesome. Well, I'll talk to you, good brother. We don't got nothing this weekend, do we?
No. You know what? Guess who he used to be a bodyguard for and was one of the first students of? He was one of our first guests. Tony Martin.
It's either going to be Professor James Smalls or Dr. Leonard Jeffries.
Yes.
Which one?
Yes. This
Dr.
man
Jeffries?
used to work hand in hand with him.
Dr. Jeffries?
Yeah, he knows Dr. Jeffries too.
But you talking about Professor James Smalls he did security with.
Yeah, James Small, Dr. James Small, yes.
Oh, man, awesome. So, yeah,
right,
we got to get the brother on. All right, good brother. I'll talk to you soon. Stay away from that slime,
Later,
brother. You're
peace.
supposed to be a Muslim. Stay away from the slime, brother. That was our first vice, Brother Jay Rich. Our first vice in Baltimore. That means if something happens, he's in charge. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, my goodness. But yes, family, we were talking about social media tonight. I'm going to do a quick recap right after we pay this bill. For those that don't know, I'm going out of town coming up on a cruise. It's going to be my first cruise. But I'm going to tell you what motivated me to go. And that's Black Star Travel.
I used to think vacations meant white sand and pool drinks, until I realized I was skipping my story. I've got 10 days to reconnect with my roots, or spend another year feeling like a tourist in my own identity. So I booked with Black Star Travel. They don't do tours, they build homecomings. Real connection, real culture, no filters. I thought I'd be the outsider, but the moment I stepped off that plane, I felt seen. They weren't just places, they were pieces of me I never knew I lost. Travel with purpose, travel with pride, travel with Black Star.
Yes, for those who don't know, what we try to do in the UNIA is create strong businesses, and a couple of our divisions have travel companies. So if you're interested in travel, all the funds go to the UNIA Baltimore Building Fund as we're searching for our building. So just to briefly go over what we talked about tonight, we definitely talked about social media, and how it can be a powerful influence on our community. We talked about the first thing you do when you get up is you grab your phone. You grab your phone and you're looking for things. Everything is pretty much on social media now. In fact, most times people go to YouTube to watch the news instead of their own news outlets on their own stations. They go to YouTube and watch the news on the news station has a YouTube channel. And so we talked about some of the bad things about social media. I think Brother Keith Scott was talking about how, you see people nothing but twerking and sexual images and the fighting and things of that nature. But we also talked about how it could be a powerful tool. It's not just entertainment. It's a communication tool. It could be an educational tool. it could help. It could be a business. You can get a platform. You can make money from it, and we can use it for activism. We can use it for positivity, like we're using this show to get out important information, talk about important topics. Social media, we talked about it earlier, has helped black-owned businesses. You know, it's been a great tool to find black-owned businesses and promote your own business if you're black-owned. It has exposed injustice. When you look around, a lot of times people have their phones, they go right on TikTok or YouTube, Facebook, and they share some things that have happened with the police. So that could be it. And it does help us connect globally with other black people and family, so that's definitely important. We had to ask ourselves a lot of the things that were important. What's influencing our kids more? The brother Elijah Lewis, the author, came on, promoted his book, and he talked about, how, social media is a powerful tool, but, we have to monitor it and how it affects the youth and things of that nature. And that was very important. We really wanted to get in that. We mentioned a little bit about the elders and how we like for them to have more of a voice on social media. And I think that that's important as well. And so, social media is a tool. That's why you're watching us now. And we have to be mindful of that. So before we close out, I need you guys to do me this favor. Please share this information. If you're on YouTube, Twitter, X, where are we at? Instagram, Facebook. Please get out there, share the show. Help us get these algorithms out. It's very important. Also, do me a favor, hit that like button. Smash it, hit it hard. Boom, boom, boom. It's free. It costs nothing. It definitely costs nothing.
Smash it now!
And if you're on YouTube and UNIA Rock Media, Real Truth and Power, hit the subscribe button. And once you subscribe, hit the alert button. That'll let you know what we're coming out. So again, another powerful show. We have Brother David Murphy come on. He has the powerful news media platform, the newspaper, the Black Unity News. It's a free publication. Definitely get you can check him out online, and he has a documentary coming out. It's a preview of 4, I think he said, documentaries from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. I could be wrong, maybe more. And so that's going to be at Bishop Winslow's church. So definitely, if you missed it, I'm going to clip it and get that out there. Again, shout out to Elijah Lewis for coming on. Definitely powerful. We had a third assistant president general, Brother Oster, come on. Talked a little politics as well. And he talked about, one of the main things Brother Oster talked about that I really liked was how we don't own our platforms. So for those that missed it, we had Corey Mormont come on. And I think that we have to really go back to that show. It's really important because he has a platform that he has that is black owned. And what he's doing is he's trying to get people to support it so we can get it up. And it's the name of the company is Melasearch. Melatech is the name of the company. And Melasearch is going to be a black-owned search bar. But Melatech is the name of the company. He's going to have something like, I forgot what he called it, but maybe Melatube, which is like the black-owned YouTube. So we really want to get with him within the UNIA because that's what we're trying to create and establish and things of that nature. So I'll reshare that as well, but definitely go back and look for the episode where we had Corey Mormont and he's talking about his company as well. Let me get caught up on the chats real quick and see where we left off at. Sergeant at Arms, the honorary colonel of the African Legion in Baltimore. Race first president, race first prez, he says. Race first Tony Culture. Dr. Saw, man, had a powerful show tonight. I was tuning in while I was getting ready for my show. It's Dr. Dar. I forgot the title, but is he going at the LBGQ or whatever they called? He was breaking down some powerful stuff. So shout out to Dr. Dar. My good brother Tashaka Sankofa. Shout out to my general, my man. Hopefully we can lock and get brother Tashaka down for convention and have him speak. That would be powerful. And he just came back from Atlanta. So shout out to my good brother, always doing good work in the community. The Minister of Protocol, Brother Elbada, says, let no one change your program, your rules, your regulations, and your protocol under no circumstances. We are the guardian protector of our children, our history, our culture, our heritage, our lives, our blackness. I'm going to read that again. This is the Minister of Protocol from the UNIA and is on the UNIA Council of Elders. Let no one change your program, your rules, your regulations, and your protocol under no circumstances. We are the guardian and protector of our children, our history, our culture, our heritage, our lives, our blackness. Ashe. And if you're still listening, Brother Abad, I got to get with Brother Imamu. I hurt my elbow, and it kind of messed me up. It messed my whole schedule up. But we're supposed to go down to our international headquarters in Philly. If he can go Sunday, maybe afternoon or evening after hiking, that would be great. But we'll work that out. Brother Ori said, excellent UNIA messaging. Thank you, Brother Ori. And I think we are caught up on everything. Family, another powerful build. Looks like I get out a little early tonight. We're going to be going away soon, but we're not going to stop the program. Every Friday's at 8. As long as you guys like it. I got to tighten up a couple more things with the game show, but it's starting to get good. Just rushing to get it. I got to take my time, get those questions right. If you missed it, we had Brother Oster going against Brother Elijah Lewis. And that was really fun. I was rushing to get the questions in, but I'm checking it out. We got different templates and things of that nature. And we want to get some kids on. So if you know any young kids they don't have to be like in a studio. All they got to do is use their phone and come up. These are the questions we want to ask the kids. So they probably don't know a lot of them. They're guests. And then we can educate them on the answers and the questions. So this is another tool, social media though, but this is another tool that we can use. And again, we got to get our own. And shout out to Brother Vernon who chimed in a little bit today. And he has UNIA TV. Unity TV. I'm sorry, Brother Vernon. UNIA is always going to be my mind. He has Unity TV, another black platform for us. So we have to support our own, as well as UNIA Rock Media. Go to uniarockmedia.com. We have our own website. We're working on getting some things fixed and make it even more powerful. And of course, UNIA Rock Media on YouTube. And I'm out, family. A great build again. Thank you for tuning in to Real Truth and Power, where we provide health, wealth, and knowledge itself. Before I leave and close out, again, we're going to be plugging this a lot. For those that don't know, the UNIA convention is coming up August 19th to the 23rd. August 18th at Terra Cafe is going to be the meet and greet. I got to make sure I call my good brother Terrence. If you're a UNIA member, we'll see you at the meetings. Again, everybody that's black is a UNIA member when you're on code. But at night, we're going to have free events. So Wednesday, August the 19th at Pike's Movie Theater, we're going to be showing a documentary about the work that we're doing in Baltimore. You'll get to see us doing a food giveaway. You'll get to see our agriculture coordinator go to work. She has 2 beehives. She has chicken. She just gave me a dozen of the eggs from our chickens and some honey. We have a little pond in there with fish and things of that nature. And we just applied. We're on a waiting list to get what we would call a community park from the city. So if anybody knows anybody, tell them the UNIA we trying to do work in the community and get us off that waiting list and give us give us that little bit of land so we can put our beehives and all of that, and have a community garden for the community, and move it from our agriculture coordinator's house. And so, so we're going to be doing that Wednesday. Also, for those that missed it, we're going to show the UNIA grocery store, The Rock documentary that Wednesday, July 19th. So you really want to come, because last time we had the first assistant president general. This time we'll have the person that started it, the 10th successor to Marcus Garvey, the 11th president general, the Honorable Michael Duncan, the leader of the UNIA. So you'll get to meet him. You'll get to hear him speak about it firsthand. That's very important. You know why we have these conventions, and that's why it's called the UNIA Takeover, because you're going to get to meet people from LA, from Chicago, from New York. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be powerful, from DC. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, we're at Next Phase Cafe, another Black-owned establishment. So Tuesday is the meet and greet, Terra Cafe. Wednesday, we're at Pike's Theater, Black-owned movie theater. We're showing 2 documentaries, not long documentaries. Thursday, we're at Next Phase Cafe. Right now, I got to remind Sister K Love, the poet. She's powerful. You're going to want to hear her. We got another poet that's coming out. We have Brother Abdullah, who's going to be performing at Next Phase Cafe, a powerful, conscious hip-hop artist, as well as my good brother Nate. Hopefully he can get there and perform, from a member of the Art Social Club, and some speakers. So you're going to hear some powerful speakers as well at Next Phase Cafe. And then it goes down Friday at TNAT, panel discussion. It's going to be some UNI members from out of town on this panel discussion. Dr. Daw will be hosting it. And if you've ever seen any of Dr. Daw's panel discussions, they're powerful. Will be at TNAT, another Black-owned establishment. So, again, Tuesday, Terra Cafe at night. Wednesday, Pike's Theater, all free events. Thursday, Next Phase Cafe. You got to buy your food, though. And Friday, TNAT, panel discussion. Now, that Saturday is going to be powerful as well. We're going to be doing the Great Blacks and Wax. So for those that want to join us, feel free to come join us. If you're in the city, go walk around. We're going to make a stop at Everyone's Place to support Brother Nati. That is the official bookstore for the UNIA. So people out of town can see Everyone's Place. We're going to stop by the Our Social Club, the oldest Black social club for men in the country. We're going to stop by the Great Wall of Respect and Pride, the mural with Marcus Garvey, created by my homeboy, big brother Ernest Shaw. Where else we going? We're going to make a stop at the Ad Bakery. I think that's where we're going to get something to eat. I got to talk to my homeboy James to get Mr. Hamlin. His father owns that bakery. And we're going to stop by Trinity Church, the church where Marcus Garvey got married. So we got a little tour. We're going to have a busy Saturday. And then that night, we got the gala. So get your tickets now. Contact me now. The gala, we're giving awards to Sister Eartha Harris, Black Men Unifying Black Men, our social club, Brother Bill, Brother Mike, Brother Cliff. It's going to be powerful. You're going to see UNIA members get some awards. You're going to hear some more UNIA people speak. We're going to have some good food. But more importantly, we're going to get our groove on it. We're going to have a good time and show you how Garveyites party. That Sunday, the convention isn't over. Some people will be going out of town. So if you're in Baltimore and you want to get on the bus, you better get at me right away. If you want to get on the bus, it's $25 to get on the bus. We're going down DC to the Thurgood Marshall Center. We're going to have, for those that don't know, our DC division meets at the same place where Anthony Baba Brother's office at. So we're going to go and he has a display. We're going to do a little tour of the things he has out there. But you're going to see a UNIA exhibit by Minister of Protocol, which is powerful. And we're also going to go to the Civil War Museum, and there's going to be a wreath laying ceremony. So you guys really want to go to visit. I'm sorry, I'm going blank. You're going to want to go see DC that Sunday. And we'll arrive there about 12 so we can sleep in a little bit. So definitely, you guys, please get at me for this UNIA convention. Again, we have free stuff going on for the whole week. A meeting to UNIA business will be during the day. And if you would like to see what that's like, it's only $56 the first year. Sign up and join and then pay your admission fee. And you can come on in and hear some of how the things that we move and the things that your black government is doing for you. So, all right, family, I'm up out of here. I'm going to share that commercial one more time, and we out. UNIA convention coming up, and I'll see you guys next Friday at 8. And let's get it in. Race first. Peace and blessings.
History doesn't remember those who stood on the sidelines. History remembers those who organized. More than 100 years ago, Marcus Garvey inspired millions to believe that a people could rise through unity, organization, and self-determination. Today, that legacy returns to Baltimore, now for 6 unforgettable days. History, culture, education, and purpose come together. This is more than a convention. It is the continuation of a movement. Join President General Michael Duncan and Garveyites from around the world at the 68th UNIA-ACL International Convention, August 18th through August 23rd, Baltimore, Maryland. One God, one aim, one destiny.
All right, family. That was our convention ad. Definitely get at me. The UNIA convention is going to be very powerful. More importantly, you get to see Garveyites from other parts of the country that's going to come through, delegates. And thank you so much again. As you know, Real Truth and Power, where we provide health, wealth, and knowledge yourself. Check us out, UNIA Rock Media, Real Truth and Power on YouTube, Everett Winchester on Facebook. I don't know my Instagram name. And I don't know my Twitter name, but we up out of here. Peace and blessings.
Real truth and power, health, wealth, knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk about it. Real truth and power, health, wealth, knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk about it.
Think nature was a lie. Baltimore don't have forests, just corner stores and concrete. But then I heard UNIA hikes every Sunday. I thought, what if I just show up? I gotta reach that ridge before sundown, or miss the moment that's waking my whole spirit up. Bro, it's not just trees, it's legacy. Elders dropping Garvey wisdom while we climb, youth beating drums, sisters laughing under waterfalls. We see hawks, foxes, fire in the sky. City stress, gone. Every Sunday we reclaim the wild like it's our birthright. First time I touched river water, I cried. This ain't no hike, this is revival. Every step, we get louder. Every week, more of us come. This is Marcus Garvey's army in hiking boots. Black unity, in motion. Now I don't walk alone. I lead the line. Dwayne, UNIA. Follow for more and come hike with your people. Sundays, Baltimore. Marcus Garvey's UNIA.
They told me I was dying, but I wasn't ready to go. I dug into the dirt, prayed over seedlings, raised chickens, bees, watermelons bursting with color. Then the UNIA said, this isn't just a garden. They called it liberty. Now the bees hum freedom. My backyard feeds bodies and spirits. But the fence can't hold the harvest. Our people are hungry. Our youth, they're starving for purpose. We need space. We need you. Join the UNIA. Learn to grow food inside and out. Hydroponics, farming, healing, dignity. This isn't agriculture. This is liberation. They buried us. We planted back. Not charity, sovereignty. We turned hunger into harvest. That's power.
It starts the moment we open our eyes. We're born with emotion. Life shapes it. Challenges sharpen it. The world throws chaos at us, but we learn the patterns. We master the storm. We fall, but together, we rise. This isn't just fashion. It's armor. It's proof you've earned every piece of who you are. Emotional intelligence. Wear your evolution.
Global unity or death. They told us we would never stand together. They divided us by politics, by labels, by fear. But every generation must make a choice. Remain divided or become one people. I don't seek violence, but I refuse to surrender. If they bring fear, I'll bring courage. One people, one purpose, one destiny. They can fight a man, but they cannot stop an idea.
60 seconds to erase this city or rebuild it from scratch. This isn't pre-rendered. No soundstage, no green screen. Every explosion, every storm, every alternate reality. We don't imagine worlds. We manufacture them. The future doesn't wait, and neither should your story. I didn't just save the world, I authored it. Dynamic media legacy. Your vision, our worlds. Built-in AI. Faster, bigger, impossible.
You think viral videos take days? Pixel's here to prove otherwise. No time. Everyone's watching. Your story has to pop. Every click counts. Every second spark a share. Boom! 100,000 views before lunch. But what if it still gets lost online? Not with Dynamic Media Legacy. Start your viral video now.
I used to think revolution meant fire and fists, but silence is louder. I need to speak at tonight's UNIA ACL Zoom meeting, because if I don't, my nephew's gonna grow up thinking power lives outside our people. I wasn't raised on Garvey. I was raised on survival. But last month, someone on that Zoom said, Black unity isn't an idea, it's an action. That line hit me harder than anything in school, church, or the block. But right before I log on, I freeze up. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I ain't conscious enough? Then I hear my nephew in the next room say, Uncle Malik, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. That was it. I hit join, and I told the truth. Not the polished version, the version our people need to hear. Turns out, that voice in your head, it's not fear, it's your ancestors. The meeting didn't just change me, it reminded me who I've always been. Join us, Baltimore UNIA, mass meeting. Join the Baltimore UNIA. Don't let your legacy pass you by. Your ancestors are waiting.